appreciate everybody that's in here tonight. So we're gonna start off with our media panel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from my left to right and have everybody introduce themselves, what media outlet they're a part of, and what their role is.
Gia. What's up, everybody? It's T-Rex. You hear me, T-Rex? You know, thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for having me here. Keep it short. You know, T-Rex show every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't want to say I play new shit every week. Every song is fucking dope. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mary Mack. That's M-A-C. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I'm on Roku TV and Amazon Fire TV with Sparks Media, Sparks with an X. And yeah, I'm just here to, represent my city and be with the Nerf DJ. So I'm super happy to be here. And yeah.
What's going on? I'm Dion Dupree. I'm the owner of Grandma Radio Live, as well as Your Vision Television Network. And what I do is I give DJs and show hosts the opportunity to get their rocks off on the networks, man. We have live shows on Wednesdays. We actually do the Big Hat Radio Show every Wednesday from 6 to 8. We got the My 2 Cents Live Music Review every Tuesday. They review music from all over the country. That's every Tuesday from 9:30 to 11:30. And we broadcast live on our Roku channel on Your Vision Television Network.
Hey, yo, it's
I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo, it's Bella from St. Louis, Missouri. STLHipHop.com, betterspot.com. Me and West Connects. We do a weekly playlist on 2025 platforms. I do a monthly Better's Block Party. I got a website, betterspot.com. Pretty much like a hip hop version or anything you need done. Just come holler at us.
What's going on, everybody? I'm DJ Quest from Dayton, Ohio. I'm pretty much an independent radio producer. I help artists and on-air talent producer on radio shows. I curate pretty much a quarterly Ohio artist. It's called Dope Talented from Ohio. It's on all platforms, on Spotify and Apple Music.
You got a nice voice.
I try.
My name is DJ Squirt. I'm original vice president of the Nerdy DJs. That's right, give me the phone. I love it. All right. I am the host of the DJ Squirt radio show. I'm live in the studio. I do great interviews. I'm on Nerf DJs Radio. Hey now. I'm also the founder of the Splash Tour, which you guys will get to know. It's going to be for independent artists, guiding them and showing them through the process. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is, there is a process. And I'm begging my big bro, you know what I'm saying, to let me do, a little bit on Nerf DJ music. Nah, y'all know he gonna let me do it, but I act like that anyway, just because. But we got some great things with Nerf DJs. We do welcome you guys and love you guys here. It's 20 years. And Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that was some BET shit. Y'all should be happy. And I want to see sign-ups starting next June for the next year. And say Squirt sent you. That ain't gonna get you nothing. Just say I sent you. All right, there you go.
All right, I'm gonna give the first question to DJ Squirt right here. So what made you want to get started in media?
I talk all the time. I have always talked all the time. And you have to find your niche. And I found that radio is it, and it works.
Mary Mack, can you answer the same question for us?
Yeah, so what got me interested in media, just when I was in high school, I was told I read really good and that you should do radio, so I kind of flew with that. And then I went to broadcasting school, and then, it was just higher education from there. So just more so reading and just my voice, which, just makes me feel like real proud and confident with the voice, I say.
Yeah, let's go with who better.
Yo, I ended up doing radio on accident. I started out making beats. I was going to school. My logic was that I signed up for this radio production class and get on the radio and sell my beats. And then my computer crashed. So from there, people you on the radio, people think if you was a DJ, they ask you, hey, can I pay you $700 to DJ my wedding? I'm a hustler, figure this shit out. So, and then from there, you're on the radio, people, hey, they think of you as a promoter anyway, so hey, can you talk about this show? And I learned the ins and outs, kind of doing a lot of other people's events, and next thing you know, boom, doing my own events. I'm really DJing now, boom. People giving you money to DJ, you gonna figure that shit out. And so a lot of that stuff I just pretty much did on accident. So I mean, if you love music, you might not be a rapper. You just gotta find, like she said, find your niche. Because you can't do what you want to do, though, I mean, you can't be a part of this. So, boom, I started out making beats, and I think a lot. We got any producers there? All right, real quick, do they buy beats now? Are they buy beats? Kind of, sort of. All right, cool. Because I know I struggle. A lot of producers have as well, like trying to get those first couple of beats out. So I know back then it was hard to sell beats, and according to some people now it's hard. So it's easier to make your bread. It's easy to make your bread DJing. So, I love it. I talk a lot of shit. I'm probably talking too much shit right now. So, in time. All right.
That's what's up. So I got involved in radio and media simply because I was a believer in other people's dreams. So I'm not a producer, a DJ, a rapper, or nothing like that, but I work with them all. And in Pittsburgh, there was a huge void in regards to media and actual outlets for artists. And so I just happened to be in a fortunate position to be able to invest in the outlet. And I had DJs who were like, yo, I want my own radio, I want to do my own radio show, so on and so on. And they were trying to get on the mainstream radio, but couldn't do it. There was people blocking those situations or whatever the case may be. So my partner Domingo out in New York, he hit me up, was like, yo, if you want to build a radio, all you got to do is go online. And he started giving me some of the insights and things of that nature. And I built a platform so they could have a mouthpiece and have an outlet for what it is that they do. And also to be able to give artists an opportunity to be able to share their story and be able to promote and push what it is that they have going. And like who better said, it opened up the door for other opportunities and things of that nature. But for me, it was, I ain't go to broadcast school, I ain't do nothing other than believe in other people's dreams and believe in, using the resources that I had to be able to bring those dreams into reality.
So, did you want to ask me?
Basically how I got into media was I pretty much was sitting at my senior year of high school, just realized I didn't want to do anything boring. And I thought radio and DJing was pretty much what I really wanted to do. Because all my friends rap, all I really wanted to do was make beats, and I'm accident prone, so all my equipment would break. So I would just pretty much be the only one that knew how to fix the soundboard and all that jazz.
I want to add a little more to that, maybe remember something. I've been in the game and the industry for a very long time, definitely starting out with the owner of the Nerd DJs, with compilation album, great music, whatever. So when I decided to get back in the industry, I told my brothers, I want to get on radio, right? I want to be the next Wendy Williams or the next Oprah, but I want to be in between. I'm telling them this, y'all. Anyway, I'm telling the story. So I would go to these radio stations, I ain't gonna say no names. But they used to go, you gotta change your name. No, you can't do that. And yes, you can't do this. I got mad. I called my brother. I said, I hate these people. Like, they telling me that, he said, start your own. What the hell? What you mad at? And DJ Skirt Radio went fire. But now I'm on Nerd DJs Radio, and it's been amazing. So basically, I was pushed to do that by the Nerd DJs.
Yeah. All right, so my next question. T-Rex, I want you to start this off. What should artists know or keep in mind when interacting with radio hosts and media outlets?
Oh yeah! This is what I've been talking about. Repeat it one more time.
What should artists know or keep in mind when interacting with radio hosts and media outlets?
When you come in the studio, you about to do an interview on a podcast or interview, I always believe, turn your phone on. Turn your phone on, take the gum out your mouth. If you're really not popping on Instagram, Facebook, do not be live. Do not be live. I would be mad as hell if I'm doing an interview and somebody pulled out their phone. You gotta have a conversation with somebody. You can't really get an interview if you you checking on your phone and you looking at, listening and looking at the person, you gotta just have a real conversation. If you wanna be on social media, do a post right before you about to do the interview. Whoop-de-whoop, I'm about to go live. And all that, and when you go on the show, always have a clean, have a dirty song ready. You never know what the program is about before you do your research. And just, enjoy it. Just have to be yourself. Have a good interview.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what he said. He didn't say take the gum out, trim it out, but I would still say like chew some gum before, because you know what I mean? But we're not perfect, but you know what I mean? Also another thing is just like, when questions are asked, just to not be like, you know what it is. Like, no, I don't know what it is. That's why I'm asking the question. You know what I mean? So that's like a terrible response. You know what I mean? And then just to be mindful of, well, at least with me with the FCC regulations, I'll be like, try not to cuss, because you don't know what kind of network that I'm on, you know what I mean? So try to keep the words, family friendly, I would say, at least for me, on my part.
You're gonna be followed.
I'll add to it. What they mentioned was absolutely dope and absolutely essential as well. But one thing I would say is also have your agenda. Know what your purpose is. Know what the points that you want people to know and learn and understand about you, your music, and why you do what it is that you do. So on top of the things that they were mentioning, I think it's really good for an artist to understand what it is that they're pushing. And have those speaking points in the head, because as an interviewer, all you're doing is just getting asked questions to bring out that information. So if you don't have that information ready, that interview can get real stale. And a stale interview on radio is terrible, and it affects the radio. It doesn't necessarily affect the artist. So I would say be prepared with your agenda. Know what it is that you're pushing, what you want to talk about, what you feel comfortable talking about, and what you want people to know and gravitate to you about your art and about your brand and your movement.
Yes.
What he said, so I'm gonna talk about the pregame before the interview. So a lot of times people reach out to media, we don't reach back. I would say you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got like 8 people up here right now. Like you might get 7 no's. It's like applying for jobs. So I got told no about McDonald's, but thank God. You know what I mean? I also probably got turned down by $1 billion corporations. I mean, so you gotta you're not gonna ditch with everybody. You're not gonna everybody's schedule's not gonna connect. So don't be afraid of the no's, because the world is about a million no's and a few yeses. So when reaching out to media platforms and DJs and stuff, don't let no set you back. Just keep moving. That's what I'm gonna add to it. So the pregame. So when you're reaching out to outlets, DJs, promoters, you're gonna hear a lot of no's. As if you're applying for a job, just take the gas and just kind of champion those yells, build those relationships. Even with the no's you get, continue to like those stats. Hey, do drops for them, show up to their events, build these relationships to turn those no's into yes, and those are the platforms you want.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Definitely to add to what he said about being prepared. Number 2, you have to understand why you're in this industry. You have to have a plan for what you're doing. So if you plan to do internet or plan to do interviews and with media and things like that, those are exposure to route people to you, okay? So when you go, number 1, have something for them to look at if they want to look you up. Number 2, don't show up drunk if you want somebody to buy your record. Because if you drunk, you can't answer the question. I ain't buying your, I don't give a hell if you was Michael Jackson. I ain't buying your record. You get it? So, and number 2, when you're with media, that information is forever. And it could go anywhere. So, don't do and say something you don't want Jesus to see. Put it that way, okay? Yes, the spirit to keep it clean, but because I work with a lot of newer artists, I let them be themselves. Number 2, so you can look back at yourself. And when you compare yourself to those that are already successful, maybe you can see your errors, because us telling you is not going to change that. So find out what you want out of it, be respectful, and don't show up drunk. I done had drunk people, high people, it's just crazy. it's very hard. That's what I wanted to add to that.
Don't do it.
I pretty much agree with everybody on the panel. I would also agree probably just come with a minimal amount of people, because in the past, that's what major problems have arisen. I used to be at a radio station. We had a few instances where someone in the group just was, don't want to say destroy, well, they did destroy school property, but keep minimum amount of people and promote what you believe. I had a lot of artists promote songs that they truly hate. Makes my job harder. As long as you believe what you are promoting, it makes my job way 10 times easier.
In media, you face a lot of rejection, like y'all said, and a lot of in and out where you be like, let me just take a break, let me stop for a minute. How do you know, like, this is my niche, but I need to take a break to replan, reroute? Like, how do you know it's your niche after all the rejection? Because sometimes it's not your niche and you need to reroute and go a different way altogether. So how do you determine that?
My first, cool. All right, so what I say about this, from a media standpoint, rocking with artists, and they tell me to believe in them. Yeah, I rap, I breathe, I live hip hop, and then they go on vacation to Miami, and they don't do any rap stuff in Miami. Or they go, I mean, if you do hip hop's everywhere. So it's events in Miami, it's events in Las Vegas. People take vacations from their call center job and thinking they're supposed to be taking a break from rap. Nah, if you breathe rap, go rap in Miami, go rap by the beach. Go rap on the Vegas Strip. There's people rapping on the Vegas Strip. So same thing goes with media, if that was the question. If I'm doing media, whether I'm on vacation or even at my child's football game, I'm constantly, that's a passion. A passion is a passion. So you're gonna do that everywhere. And that's how I know when a lot of people cap me, because when they don't do this because they're doing that, like, nah, some people can't stop rapping. Some people can't stop blogging. Some people can't stop twerking. So when it's your passion, you're gonna do it anywhere. That's my take on it. And that's how you know it's something you want to do, because it's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I think that when it's your passion, there is no days off. You know what I mean? And if it truly lies within you, you're going to wake up with purpose. You know what I mean? And that purpose is going to be, fulfilling that passion, or you're not going to feel fulfilled. And so I kind of feel like when you run into them no's, that should be encouragement to continue to find the yeses, because you really only need one yes when it's all said and done with. And finding the right one. But you also need the humility as well, because being humble is a very important trait to have, especially if you're, trying to climb the superstar status. And of course, people have these egos and things of that nature, and they feel like that's what what it's about. But, being humble and having humility is a very important personality trait to have during this journey. And so hearing them no's can definitely help create that humility. But if, like I said, if it's in your heart, if it's your passion, if it's your drive, there is no days off. You know what I mean? Like, even with what I do behind the scenes and just networking and things of that nature, if I'm not on social media, I'm in somebody's face. If I'm not in somebody's face, I'm on social media. People ask me when I sleep, I have no idea. I pass out, wake up a couple hours later, and we back to it. And so, I told my youngin that's here, one of my interns type mentee, that you can't talk about being something, you gotta actually live it. And people will believe in what they see based off of what it is that you do on a consistent basis. So you can't talk about being an artist and wanting to be a rap star or a singer, or entertainer on a mainstream level and get people to believe in you until you're doing it on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, that you believe in yourself. And, again, hearing those no's, it's motivation. It should be motivation. And it takes a tough inner core to be able to make that motivation. You know what I'm saying? So, we all do deal with, some sort of shortcoming internally from time to time. And sometimes those no's can make you put your head in the ground. But, I encourage you to pick yourself back up as quick as possible, dust yourself off, figure out, who better mention, figure out what it is that you need to do to get that yes. And when you're undeniable, everybody gonna open the doors for you. So become undeniable.
Let me get that back right quick. Talking about no's, like, so in radio, when I first started doing radio, I reached out to everybody I know in St. Louis, hey, come up to the show. And I got every no possible. And like you said, it didn't stop me. Somehow I started doing interviews, picking it up, and just kind of fast forward my first major interview, I reached out to somebody that's in this room for a Crazy Bone interview. Didn't get the response, or actually asked me what station I was on, didn't get the response. Somehow I ended up getting an interview like from some random chick in Memphis. They decided to interview because I did an interview with some random guy from Memphis, and was like, hey, can you do an interview with my artist Crazy Bone? I'm like, why you even ask me? That's a no-brainer. So from there I did Crazy Bone, then I did Chingy, who was from the city, and then I did Natty Roots, and then from there I was a celebrity interviewer at that point. But I took a lot of no's from people that I grew up with, and a lot of people that I thought would have showed me love, and it took some strangers. Like if I would have just let those no's from the locals and from people that I knew stop me, I wouldn't be here when I did the interview with Crazy Bone or anything else I did from her. So yeah, you're gonna get some no's, and like, you know, it is what it is. So it didn't stop me. Don't let it stop you.
I want to say this, finding your niche, you're always finding a niche. I've never not just done one thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm good at talking, but there's a lot of things you can do with it depending on what you learn. So you always have to be learning. So I started from renting a space downtown, inviting everyone, feeding them to make them come. You know what I'm saying? You know, doing the interviews, and from there, those people were like, oh man, I had a great time on there. And then I had Johnny in. And then Johnny said, oh yeah. I ended up with Nerve DJs. But it was the relationships that were built in those situations that branched out to other things. You get it? Even though I intended, I'm gonna be Wendy Williams and Oprah, I'm gonna do this. Well, it turned into me being a DJ. I was not a DJ. I was an MC when I started. You get it? So many things happen with that. But my experience of being an MC, being moved through the industry, being rejected, but learning the industry, knowing how, I could have did this. You get it? They did it that way. I could have did that. I used to do my own marketing, meaning horrible flyers. I go back and look 10 years ago, I'm like, ooh, that was so horrible, but I thought it was dope. You just keep going. I don't think you ever actually find your niche because things change so much, but right, it changes so much. So what I'm saying is I started one way, I done flipped and changed about 10 times and started over 20 times. And now, like, I'm so comfortable in what I'm doing, that might change 2 years from now, I don't know. But my goal is to educate and support other people that might have went through what I've already went through to help make it easier for them. So if you stick to the goal, you'll get to the goal. And this might change, but that's my answer to that.
I just wanted to say, like, you know, they told Walt Disney he can't draw. They told him no. You know what I mean? And I always think that if you believe in yourself, you can go very far. And then always to surround yourself with people that are already doing the things that you want to do, which will help you. And to also listen to constructive criticism and to guidance. You know what I mean? Because people always tell me, oh, you should, you know, use your looks. No, looks don't mean nothing to me. I want to use my brain and my voice. So you know what I mean? For the most part, you know what I mean? I try to be real mindful of how powerful your mind is and your thoughts, and you know, just believing in yourself. And you know, don't take no for an answer. I would say for the most part, because like he said, in my city, I've been told no by everybody, and now I'm out here, and they're like, "But you don't mess with the city, like, but y'all don't mess with me, like, you know what I mean? To a sense. You know what I mean? So they got to see me doing this to be like, oh, now we, you know what I mean? So I think no's turn into a yes, you know? Like one no could mean a bigger yes by somebody else. So yeah, that's big for me.
Just work so hard where they never have to say no. Just do what you gotta do. You keep working on yourself, keep doing what you gotta do, build your own. Nobody never say no.
I feel like I get a no at least once a day. So at this point, it's going to happen at this point. But I usually go around the relationship route. So I did get a no at a club residency probably like a a year ago that I just kept showing up at their events every month till they finally said yeah. I've been there for about 4 or 5 months now. And I'm like their main DJ now. So.
So T-Rex want to ask the last question.
Somebody so dope they can never be told no? Anybody
No.
Is somebody so dope that they can never be told no?
No, you're not.
Huh? Johnny, you been told no? No?
Hell yeah.
Big Hep, you been told no? No. That's all I'm saying, man. This is dope. This is dope.
I've been told by people in this city.
Yeah.
So I started my own shit. That's what's up.
So we talked about how you guys got into media, but if you guys weren't doing media, what do you guys think you'd be doing?
I'll be working in Magic City, girl. I probably would make some money, so they like them thick like that in Atlanta. No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably be a teacher. Really, like a real teacher. Like I should have done that younger. I think about it now. I know when my daughter was growing up and I used to go, like I was on her back, like you gonna graduate because you ain't staying with me. I'm trying to get back out of the game, you know what I mean? So I would go up to her school every day and teacher would say she acting up. I show up the next day sitting at the desk next to her, like, you better have more notes than me. And the teacher was like, you should be a teacher. But no, I could have been a teacher.
I'll probably be a chef, because I love food. Yeah. Because I'm always looking at food recipes. Yeah.
It's not 6 feet tall.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's really good.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, if I weren't doing this, I'd probably be a chef.
Yeah, if I wasn't doing media, I'd probably be doing production, making beats. I love music, so that's the real passion right there. So couldn't make beats, so I found a way to get in it. And not to segue, but to segue, find it, like even if you can't find a way to do it, whether it's media, and sometimes you gotta have, like you said, have multiple niches. So sometimes you can get certain doors as a rapper that you can't as a DJ or as a vlogger. So it's okay to wear different hats as well. So you might get in some doors as a chef. You know what I mean? You can't get in the door as a DJ. You can probably work in the kitchen. So yeah, I mean, but now I be making beats.
Alright, so if I wasn't, I'm working my purpose, because, I'm not just in the media. My passion is people, and beyond people is the youth. And so I actually live my passion and my purpose on a daily basis. I am the lead balance interrupter for the Pittsburgh's Department of Human, actually it's Allegheny County's Department of Human Services. So I work with about 1,100 teens in a high school to get them to, be deterred from gang violence and things of that nature. I put together an after-school program that we run out of the high school. We service about 90 kids on a daily basis in the after-school program. And I've been working with what do they call them, delinquent and dependent youth in the city for over 21 years. So I just use media as a way of connecting the dots, and a lot of the youngsters are interested in the arts and entertainment. So my multimedia teams with Two Fat Multimedia, Her Vision Media, the radio station, as well as our audio production team. All of the people that I work with are all open to teaching kids. So we just use the resources that we have to be able to empower them, pull them off the street, help them develop a soft skill, and then I teach them how to market it and promote it. So I have my own nonprofit called the Grimeville Multimedia Productions Incorporated, and that's exactly what we do. So if I wasn't involved in media specifically, I would still be, doing what I do with the kids, because I feel it's our duty as adults to help guide and structure them, and some of them don't have that guidance in their own home. So, there got to be some people to step up and undergo.
How can we vote? Can we vote you? I feel like you're running for office right now, man. Can we vote you?
Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
I like it. I love it. I want to clap. I want to clap every time.
I like that. We're gonna work it too.
Mary Mae?
Yeah, so if I wasn't doing radio and television broadcasting, I would probably try to be like an advocate for little girls. I always wanted to go to school for like marine biology because I like the ocean, or like work for NASA or something like that. But besides that, you know, I would definitely want to advocate for little girls that, you know, that you don't have to do certain things or, you know, follow certain paths of people, and that, you know, you can reach your goals, and, you know, there are doors to help you and assist you and stuff like that.
And if this radio stuff don't work, it's gonna be Pastor T-Rex, you know. Why the pastor gotta have a nice car? Why I gotta have a nice house? Church on Sundays at 4. Pastor T-Rex, let's go.
All right, we want to thank everybody that was in our media panel today. Give a round of applause. Next up, we will have the industry panel, but we're going to have a quick little interlude. In the meantime, please support the bar in the back. Make sure you tip the bartenders.